Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel Drive Culture. The Hudson Hornet holds a unique place in American automotive history. It's a name that echoes nostalgia, speed, and the early days of innovative car design. But, in 1990, something unexpected happened. Hudson, a brand that had vanished from the mainstream automotive scene decades earlier, resurfaced briefly, albeit quietly, to release a new version of the Hornet. It wasn't a mass-market move. Instead, it was a niche offering, a rare gem that has since become the subject of much debate among car enthusiasts. So, what exactly is the story of the 1990 Hudson Hornet, and why does it remain a fascinating topic for car lovers today? Let's dive into the details. First, let's set the stage. Hudson Motor Car Company, originally founded in 1909, was best known for its dominance in the early 1950s with the original Hornet. Back then, the Hornet was a revolutionary vehicle, boasting a low center of gravity, sleek aerodynamic design, and a powerful inline-six engine that made it nearly unbeatable on the racetrack. It was the king of NASCAR, securing its place in racing history and pop culture. However, by 1954, Hudson merged with Nash Kelvinator to form the American Motors Corporation, AMC. The Hudson brand was phased out by 1957, leaving its legacy as a memory in the rearview mirror. So, how does the Hudson name suddenly reappear in 1990? The answer lies in a short-lived revival attempt. In the late 1980s, the American automotive landscape was shifting. Japanese automakers were rapidly gaining ground in the US market, and domestic brands were struggling to adapt. During this time, a group of investors and automotive enthusiasts sought to resurrect classic American car names to capture nostalgia and stand out in a crowded market. One of the names on their list was Hudson, specifically the Hornet. The result of their efforts was the 1990 Hudson Hornet, a car that blended retro styling cues with modern engineering. It wasn't built by the original Hudson Company, it was essentially a tribute project, but it carried the name and spirit forward. Only a limited number were produced, making it one of the rarest cars to bear the Hudson badge. Let's talk about the design. The 1990 Hudson Hornet wasn't an exact replica of the original 1950s model, but it paid homage to the classic car in several key ways. Its body featured a distinctive fastback shape, reminiscent of the aerodynamic styling that made the original Hornet stand out. The front grille carried a modernized take on Hudson's classic, step-down, design, while the overall profile was low-slung and sleek. The car also embraced some bold 1990s design trends, such as pop-up headlights, sharp body lines, and alloy wheels with intricate patterns. It was a car that balanced retro appeal with contemporary aesthetics. The interior was equally impressive, featuring leather upholstery, wood grain accents, and a driver-focused dashboard that blended analog gauges with digital displays, a cutting-edge touch for its time. Under the hood, the 1990 Hornet offered a choice of two engines, a naturally aspirated 3.8-liter V6 and a turbocharged variant of the same engine. The V6 delivered respectable power for the era, while the turbocharged option brought added performance, making the Hornet a surprisingly quick car for its size. The turbocharged model could sprint from 0 to 60 miles per hour in under 7 seconds, a noteworthy feat for a car with roots in a bygone era. The Hornet wasn't just about straight-line speed, though. The suspension system was tuned for a comfortable ride with competent handling. It featured independent front suspension and a multi-link rear setup, along with disc brakes on all four wheels. This made it a well-rounded car that could handle both city streets and open highways with ease. Of course, a car like this wasn't without its quirks. The limited production run meant that parts availability was a challenge, even in the early days. Owners often had to rely on custom fabrication or modifications to keep their cars running. Additionally, the Hornet's unique styling wasn't for everyone. While some praised its retro-modern design, others found it polarizing, especially when compared to more mainstream offerings from brands like Ford, Chevrolet, and Dodge. The marketing for the 1990 Hudson Hornet was also unconventional. With a limited budget and niche appeal, it relied heavily on word of mouth and appearances at car shows to generate interest. This grassroots approach helped build a small but passionate community of enthusiasts who appreciated the car's unique character and historical significance. Despite its limited production and niche appeal, the 1990 Hudson Hornet has earned a loyal following over the years. Enthusiasts often celebrate it as a symbol of what could have been, a glimpse into an alternate timeline where Hudson survived the automotive industry's turbulent mid-century shifts. Today, finding one of these cars in good condition is a rare treat. They're often seen at classic car auctions, where they fetch prices that reflect their scarcity and cult status. But beyond the rarity and nostalgia, the 1990 Hudson Hornet represents something more profound. It's a reminder of the enduring appeal of classic American cars and the way they can inspire future generations of designers and engineers. Even in the 1990s, long after the original Hudson Company had closed its doors, the Hornet's legacy lived on, proving that some names never truly fade away. So, what can we take away from the story of the 1990 Hudson Hornet? For one, it's a testament to the power of automotive passion. The fact that a group of enthusiasts came together to revive a classic name and create something truly unique speaks to the enduring love that people have for cars. It's also a reminder that innovation and creativity often come from the most unexpected places. As we look back on the 1990 Hudson Hornet, it's clear that it was more than just a car. It was a bold experiment, a love letter to the past, and a statement about the future of automotive design. It may not have been a commercial success, but its impact on car culture is undeniable. In the years since its release, the 1990 Hudson Hornet has become a symbol of resilience and creativity. It stands as a reminder that even in an industry dominated by corporate giants, there's always room for something different, something bold, something inspired by history but looking toward the future. To this day, the Hudson Hornet remains an icon, not just for what it was in the 1950s, but for what it briefly became in 1990. Whether you're a collector, a racing enthusiast, or just someone who appreciates the artistry of car design, the 1990 Hornet is a story worth telling, a car worth remembering, and a legacy worth celebrating. And with that, we wrap up this journey into one of the rarest chapters of automotive history. Whether you've just discovered the 1990 Hudson Hornet or you're a longtime fan, we hope this dive into its story has reignited your appreciation for the creativity and passion that drive car culture. Until next time, keep the wheels turning and the passion alive.